It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. We're learning more about Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs' $1 billion budget, with more than $84 million going to the Knox County Sheriff's Department.
That's about $12 million short of what Knox County Sheriff Tom Spangler asked for. Now the Knox County Sheriff is threatening a lawsuit against the county. Sheriff Spangler tells us there are more than 100 vacancies in the department, and he's willing to cut more than half to free up money, allowing for a 30% salary raise. But Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs says he'll give the department 8%. Spangler says that's not enough. Mayor Jacobs says the 30% salary raise is impossible without raising taxes. Spangler says the public will understand if it means supporting law enforcement. Now the sheriff says he will address county commission before the budget is approved. If that doesn't work, he says he will file a lawsuit.
Another big portion of the proposed budget is the $660 million towards Knox County schools. Most of that will be a 4% raise for teachers and certified staff. The budget also includes $3 million to increase school safety. That includes a raise for security officers and technology upgrades. The mayor's final budget is not final. It still has to be approved by the county commission. Knox County commissioners will discuss the budget at the public hearing next Monday. And a special legislative session to discuss gun control measures is set to start in a few months.
Governor Bill Lee is inviting you to start engaging in the conversation now. This is set to start August 21st, but the governor says he wants to find ways to keep Tennesseans safe while also preserving people's constitutional rights. Before the most recent legislative session ended last month, Lee asked lawmakers to consider an order of protection bill. It lets courts take guns from people who are a threat to themselves or others. You can share your thoughts with the governor's office ahead of this special session. We have a link in the WVLT News App.
And take a look at your screen this morning. The Sevier County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding this man. 48-year-old Michael Christopher Webb was last seen on Thursday in Knoxville. The Sheriff's Office is asking you to be on the lookout for his 2008 black Lincoln Navigator, Tennessee tag 620BLBY. If you've seen Webb or his SUV, please call police. And we now know the names of the victims of a deadly crash in Oak Ridge. It happened on Saturday night around 7 o'clock. The victims, Tegan Robinson and Christopher Holt, are both 27 years old. Police say their car drove off the road and hit the Turnpike Gatehouse on Oak Ridge Turnpike. Both were from Clinton. Police are still investigating right now.
Knoxville police say 2 people connected to a North Knoxville shooting are now in custody after being arrested in Mobile, Alabama. Officials say Ronald and Carissa Rogers are charged in the death of 25-year-old Artemio Folks, who was shot outside Western Heights Apartments on March 11th. Ronald Rogers is charged with second-degree murder, and Carissa is charged with accessory after the fact. Both are set to be brought back to Knoxville. Right now, Second Harvest Food Bank is collecting donations in food to feed more than 13,000 kids here in East Tennessee.
And with their 13-day Pack the Bag drive underway, they need your help right now. Every school year, teachers discreetly put together a list of students who may need help from Second Harvest Food for Kids program. The nonprofit sends home a bag of non-perishable food with students on Friday. Just $10. A $10 donation from you will cover a child's meal for a month. Currently, at about a third of its goal, Second Harvest is looking for more donations. The Pack the Bag drive runs until May 13th. You can donate right now inside your WVLT News app.
The Department of Transportation says more than 180,000 flights were canceled last year.
Most airlines cover the price of rebooking in hotels sometimes, but policies vary from airline to airline. Now White House officials are working on new rules to make compensation mandatory. The Biden administration says it's working on new regulations requiring airlines to compensate you for non-weather related delays and cancellations that are within the airline's control. The rules could require airlines to offer more than just ticket refunds and include compensation for meals, hotel rooms, transportation, and rebookings. It could be anywhere from 12 months to 2 years before the regulations can take effect.
Today, President Joe Biden is meeting with all 4 congressional leaders to discuss the looming debt ceiling crisis. Neither side wants a default, so tough negotiations are expected. The president and most Democratic lawmakers want the limit raised without making cuts, while House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and most Republicans say they will boost the ceiling, but with some spending cuts. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the U.S. could default as soon as June 1st. And parents, check your child's bedroom. Walker Edison Furniture Company is recalling its twin bunk beds because children can fall. The company says the wooden slats that support the beds can break. The twin over twin bunk beds were sold on Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, and other retailers. There is one report of this happening with injuries. If your child has one of these bunk beds, you do want to contact the company for a refund.
And if you play the lottery in Morristown, check your tickets. You could be $50,000 richer this morning. Tennessee lottery officials say a winning ticket was sold in Morristown at the Little Dandy Market on Cumberland Street. The winner matched 4 out of 5 white balls plus the red Powerball. No one has claimed the ticket yet. And here's a live look in Pigeon Forge, where later today Governor Bill Lee will be in the area for National Travel and Tourism Week. The governor will be speaking at the LeConte Center at 11 o'clock. And Visit Knoxville is also celebrating National Travel and Tourism Week with half-off tickets to the Sunsphere Observation Deck. You can buy the tickets online with the code NTTW23. You can also enter to win a Knoxville-themed gift basket at the Visitor Center on Gay Street. The drawing is set for Saturday.
It is 6:54 this morning. You want to be careful as you head out. Let's get a look at the traffic with Whitney.
Messy start to this Tuesday morning commute. Taking a live look at I-640 right around Gap Road. All eastbound lanes are back open, but that right shoulder remains closed with a police officer on scene after an early multi-vehicle crash. You can see we still do have one vehicle off of the interstate in that area. A tow truck will be arriving to the scene soon. So give that vehicle some space as this incident is still needing to be cleared up. Taking a look at I-40 east of Paper Mill, another disabled vehicle tucked into that right-hand shoulder. You can see the wet streets still impacting your visibility as you get out the door. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going.
Your First Alert Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
It is 6:55. Put this on a loop here so you could see where that band of storms finally started moving at a good pace, which means it's also zipping by, getting out of our way in time to start the day. So those of you who had to wake up early because of all the lightning, because of all the thunder, know that that is moving over into the North Carolina side of the mountains. That's where some of my hill indicators are now, moving out of our area. Still heavy rain and frequent lightning in Knox County to Greene County. Still some good moderate rain between Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge through Jefferson County, Dandridge area to Morristown, and then some lighter rain in Knoxville. Already seeing some big improvements. Few light showers there when I enhance those edges. Got a couple of showers in southeastern Kentucky and mild temperatures. Lots of low 60s area wide this morning behind those downpours and storms. Lots of wet streets, of course, now, but in terms of conditions, we're improving. All right, doesn't look great. Still pretty gloomy out as we do have that rain, but we're going to continue to improve those views with partly cloudy afternoon, a stray pop-up, and low 80s. In fact, the next couple of days, thanks to decreasing humidity, conditions really improve. Got some milder mornings, still some warm afternoons. Good days to get outside before we have to start tracking some storms again to end the week. So more on all this tracking of storms coming up on the CW.
Keeping you busy this morning. All right, Heather, thanks. Thanks so much for watching WVLT News. We're headed on over to WBXX. We hope to see you there.
Have a good day.